Good morning, students, and a very warm welcome to all of you in this e-learning program that is organized by Shri Gyanmanshi Vidyapith. Welcome to Science by Harsha ma'am. This is a special practical session. In our today's this special session, we are going to see the formation of two gases, that is oxygen gas and formation of nitrogen dioxide. We are going to see the formation of these two gases, that is oxygen and nitrogen dioxide. First, let us understand about the formation of oxygen. So, aim is formation of oxygen gas in laboratory. Next, materials needed. Test tube holder, a Bunsen burner, potassium permanganate, that is KMnO4, and an incense stick. How will we perform the experiment now? It's very easy. Procedure. Take some amount of potassium permanganate in test tube. Next, heat the test tube on the burner. Put the ignited incense stick near the mouth of test tube. Okay, so this is what you have to do. This is the burner. This is test tube which is containing KMNO4. Okay. Here we will put inside this one ignited incense stick. Okay. So note down this content, then we'll move further. Quickly note it down. We are going to see this practically in just some time. Okay, fine. So, I hope you have noted this content. That is, we are taking some amount of potassium permanganate and in a test tube, and we are heating it, and we are putting the ignited incense stick inside it. Okay, this is what we did. Now I'll wait for you. Just observe the whole of the practical now.
Now we are going to see how oxygen gas is formed. For that, with us, we are having potassium permanganate test tubes, incense stick for checking the formation of oxygen, matchbox to burn, and this Bunsen burner, the spatula for properly putting the substance in this test tube. First, let us take some amount of potassium permanganate into this test tube. Now, we will heat this potassium permanganate and we will see the gas that is formed is oxygen. You know oxygen supports combustion, right? We will also need the test tube holder. So first, we heated it, and now we'll take the potassium permanganate. For that, we'll burn this incense stick. Okay. Now observe. Potassium permanganate, when heated, oxygen gas is formed. We have to constantly heat it. Some amount of gas we can see. Observe you can see the fire got ignited. This is because oxygen supports combustion. See this, there is no flame over here, but here near the mouth of the test tube you will see it got the flame. Why? Because of oxygen. Once again, now near the mouth, let me dip it. See, that is because oxygen is supporter of combustion. Potassium permanganate when heated, we get oxygen. So this is about the formation of oxygen. The whole of the theory of it we are going to study now.
So this is what you saw. The ignited incense stick will start burning. Why? Because the gas which is formed on heating potassium permanganate is the oxygen gas. Yes. KMNO4, when that is potassium permanganate, when it is heated, we get oxygen gas. So let's have a look at its equation and let us note down its conclusion and observation. Here is the chemical reaction. This is how the reaction takes place. We are heating the potassium permanganate and oxygen gas is released. This is potassium permanganate. This is potassium manganate. This is manganese oxide. And this is oxygen. This is about the chemical reaction. Now we are going to discuss about the uses of it. We are knowing that oxygen is the supporter of combustion. So it helps in carrying out combustion. Next, it is used for breathing by animals, by humans, animals you can say. Next, because human being is a social animal, uh, it is used for breathing by humans. We are using it for our respiration process. Next, used by patients suffering from disease like whenever any person is having any problem, at that time they are using that hand pumps. Now what happens in the hand pumps? There is sodium peroxide which is present. I'm going to explain you this. Listen very carefully. There is sodium peroxide. The formula of sodium peroxide is Na2O2. This sodium peroxide is taken uh, by the patients. How? Whenever they are pressing, the disintegration of sodium takes place and oxygen is released. By chemical reaction that is occurring, oxygen is released and the patients are able to inhale the oxygen. It is also used for oxyhydrogen flame and oxyacetylene flame. These are two flames which are produced at higher temperatures. These are few uses of oxygen. Important over here is this chemical reaction. Please note down this chemical reaction, observation, conclusion on your own just now. Be quick. Now let's move further on the formation of next type of gas, which is nitrogen dioxide gas. The next one is this nitrogen dioxide gas. Let us first write the aim. Materials needed: lead nitrate, which is PbNO3 twice, test tube, test tube holder, and burner. Procedure: take about 2 gram of lead nitrate in a test tube. Hold it with pair of tongs and heat it. So this is what we have to do. In the test tube, little amount of lead nitrate is taken and it is heated. It's a white colored powder. From here, the fumes which come out, they are of brown color. So here is its chemical reaction. Whenever lead nitrate, which is PbNO3 twice, it is heated, we get lead oxide, nitrogen dioxide, and oxygen. Nitrogen balanced, oxygen balanced lead. Okay, so note down this content. Then we'll have a look at it. First, please note it down. I hope you have noted down this. Now, let us have a look at the experiment of this.
In this session, we are going to see how when lead nitrate is heated, we get nitrogen dioxide gas. You will study this even in your class 10 and further if you opt for science stream, again you will study that nitrogen dioxide is formed when lead nitrate is heated. So, here are the substances which are needed for the formation of nitrogen gas. Lead nitrate, for properly dipping it into the test tube, spatula, test tube stand, the test tube holder and matchbox, the burner. Now one by one, let us start on with the whole of the experiment. In one test tube, we will take some amount of lead nitrate. So, let's put it. Observe the color of lead nitrate. It is white in color. This lead nitrate we will keep aside. Now lead nitrate, we are going to heat it on this burner. So first let us ignite. Take the test tube. In this test tube holder and heat it. You will first hear the cracking sound. I hope you are able to hear the cracking sound. We need to constantly heat it. Constant heat needs to be given. It is a constant heat. You can see the brown fumes coming out. The test tube color is also changed. Almost brown. We cannot whirl it in between because constant heat needs to be given. Now just observe it. See the brown fumes coming in the air. See the brown fumes coming out in the air. This is which gas? Nitrogen dioxide gas. And what is the color? It's brown in color. So this is how nitrogen dioxide is formed on heating lead nitrate. Okay. Let's have a look at the theory portion of this.
After observing the whole of the practical, you saw that when lead nitrate is heated, then we get lead oxide and the brown colored fumes of nitrogen dioxide. So this is how the second practical we observed. Write the observation and conclusion on your own. Whatever thing you observed, please note it down. I hope you observed the brown colored fumes. So this is what you have to write. Brown colored fumes of nitrogen dioxide are formed. Are seen. Coming to conclusion. So this is how nitrogen dioxide gas was formed in laboratory. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's session. That is all for the content of today. Thank you so much, my dear students, for listening to me. Very soon, we will meet with a new practical. Friends, always remember practical knowledge is very essential. Oxygen, the thing that we are breathing, how it is formed. But God is not making it like that. He has its own formation way and his own cycling way by which the proportion of oxygen is remaining constant. You might have studied in your lower standards about the water cycle. In class 9, you will be studying about the oxygen cycle, nitrogen cycle, carbon dioxide cycle. Proportion of oxygen is remaining the same, 21%. Yes, it's remaining the same, which is 21%. So, this is how we can form oxygen in the lab. Remember one thing, that oxygen used by the patients through that hand pump, how it is formed? By sodium peroxide, Na2O2. So that is all for the content of the day. Thank you so much for listening to me and have a very good day. That's all for today's content. Next time we'll meet again with a new practical session. Till that time, have a very good day.